In the historical narrative of humankind, the term imperialism resonates with the echoes of power, domination, and the complex interplay of nations. From the dawn of civilizations to the contemporary global stage, the dynamics of imperialism have shaped the destinies of societies, leaving an indelible mark on the geopolitical landscape. This video explores the multifaceted dimensions of world imperialism, delving into its historical roots, manifestations, and enduring impact on nations across the globe. But before we dive in, take a moment to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to also hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. The Age of Exploration and Colonial Expansion. The 15th and 16th centuries ushered in the Age of Exploration, a pivotal era that saw European powers embark on maritime voyages to distant lands. The desire for wealth, trade routes, and the spread of influence led to the establishment of colonies across Africa, Asia, and the Americas. European powers, most notably Spain, Portugal, England, and France, engaged in a race for global dominance, leaving an indelible mark on the regions they colonized. Economic imperialism and the Industrial Revolution. The advent of the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century propelled nations into an era of unprecedented economic growth and technological advancement. This period also witnessed the evolution of imperialism from a primarily territorial pursuit to economic domination. Industrialized nations sought to exploit the resources of less developed regions, creating a global economic hierarchy that persists to this day. The scramble for Africa and the partitioning of Asia. The late 19th century witnessed the scramble for Africa, a period during which European powers raced to claim territories on the continent, driven by economic interests and geopolitical competition. Simultaneously, Asia experienced a partitioning as imperial powers vied for control over strategic locations and resources. The consequences of these imperialistic endeavors reverberate through the socio-political landscapes of African and Asian nations. The World Wars and the erosion of imperialism. The 20th century marked a tumultuous period with two world wars that reshaped the global order. The devastation wrought by these conflicts, coupled with the rise of nationalist movements, eroded the foundations of traditional imperialism. Former colonies sought independence, challenging the imperialistic structures that had defined the geopolitical map for centuries. Neo-colonialism and modern imperialism. While the overt colonialism of the past may have waned, the specter of imperialism persists in the form of neo-colonialism. Economic dependencies, unequal trade relationships, and geopolitical maneuvering continue to shape the fortunes of nations. Superpowers vie for influence in regions rich in natural resources, perpetuating a modern iteration of imperialistic tendencies. Cultural imperialism and the information age. In the 21st century, the world has witnessed the rise of cultural imperialism facilitated by the global reach of media and technology. The dominance of certain cultures, languages, and ideologies permeates the global consciousness, influencing societies and shaping perceptions. The information age has ushered in a new era of soft power, where influence is wielded not only through military might, but also through the dissemination of ideas. The impact of imperialism. The reverberations of world imperialism have cast a long and complex shadow over the globe, leaving an enduring impact that extends far beyond the annals of history. The effects of imperial pursuits have rippled through societies, economies, and cultures, shaping the modern world in profound and sometimes unforeseen ways. One of the profound consequences of imperialism lies in the enduring legacies of borders and boundaries. The arbitrary lines drawn on maps by imperial powers, often without regard for existing ethnic, cultural, or tribal affiliations, have sown the seeds of countless geopolitical conflicts. Nations grapple with the repercussions of imposed borders, navigating challenges related to identity, autonomy, and territorial disputes that continue to fuel tensions and conflicts in various regions. Economic disparities, a direct outcome of imperialist ventures, persist as a persistent feature of the global landscape. The exploitation of colonies for resources and labor laid the foundation for economic imbalances that endure to this day. Former imperial powers, enriched by the spoils of conquest, amassed wealth and established economic dominance, while the colonized nations were left to contend with the scars of exploitation and the challenges of economic disparity. Cultural amalgamation, spurred by the assimilation policies of imperial powers, has given rise to diverse and multifaceted societies. The intermingling of indigenous cultures with those of the imperial conquerors has produced unique syntheses, shaping the identities of nations and communities. The rich tapestry of world cultures bears the imprints of this historical fusion, with languages, customs, and traditions reflecting the complex interplay between conquerors and the conquered. The global geopolitical order, intricately woven by the threads of imperialism, continues to influence diplomatic relations and power dynamics. Former colonies, having gained independence, navigate the complexities of international relations, often grappling with the legacies of imperial interventions. The alliances and rivalries established during the era of imperialism continue to shape the geopolitical landscape, influencing diplomatic maneuvers, regional conflicts, and global power shifts. In the economic realm, the repercussions of imperialism are manifest in the global distribution of wealth and resources. Former colonies, despite gaining political independence, often find themselves entangled in economic dependencies and power imbalances established during the imperial era. The exploitation of resources, labor, and markets by imperial powers set the stage for a global economic order where disparities persist, contributing to issues of poverty, inequality, and underdevelopment. Imperialism's impact on governance and political systems is another dimension of its enduring legacy. The imposition of foreign political structures and administrative frameworks has left a lasting imprint on the institutions of many nations. The struggle for political autonomy and self-determination, a response to imperial rule, has shaped the evolution of governance models and political ideologies in various regions. Social dynamics within former colonies bear the marks of imperial interventions, with issues of identity, power, and representation continuing to reverberate. The stratification of societies along racial, ethnic, or class lines, often entrenched during periods of imperial rule, poses ongoing challenges to social cohesion and equity. Nations grapple with the task of fostering inclusive societies that acknowledge and address the historical injustices wrought by imperialism. In the realm of technology and innovation, the impact of imperialism is evident in the uneven distribution of progress. Former colonial powers, having reaped the benefits of scientific and technological advancements during imperial rule, established themselves as leaders in innovation. The consequences of this technological gap persist, contributing to disparities in education, access to information, and economic opportunities between former imperial powers and the erstwhile colonies. Environmental consequences also emerge as a facet of imperialism's enduring legacy. The exploitation of natural resources during imperial conquests has left environmental scars in many regions. Deforestation, resource depletion, and ecological degradation are among the lasting impacts that continue to shape environmental challenges faced by nations with imperial histories. The ramifications of world imperialism are woven into the very fabric of the modern world. From the arbitrary borders that define nations to the economic imbalances that persist, from the cultural amalgamation that shapes societies to the geopolitical order that governs international relations, imperialism's influence endures. As nations grapple with the complexities of their histories, the echoes of imperial legacies serve as a reminder of the intricate interplay between the past and the present, shaping the trajectory of the world in ways both profound and complex. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you have yet to do so. Be sure to also hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on our upcoming videos.